Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is Thursday night, time for another episode of Thrifty Business. I'm your one host, Jason Thrifts.
And I'm Stephanie Canada. Hello.
But you do not live in Canada. That's just your name.
Sure is.
I know I asked that. How often do you get asked that?
A lot. The number of comments, oh, I didn't know you're in Canada. I'm here. I'm like, no. Florida. Very different.
Very different. From the attic to the basement. Very different.
Correct.
Well, thank you for joining me in the co-host seat tonight. And let's take a look at our guest tonight, shall we? Now it's time for Jay's Tiki Talk. Each week, I drink a different rum out of a different tiki mug and try and match it up to my guest. And our guest tonight, returning from a little over a year ago, Lisa Driskill. How are you, Lisa?
I'm good. Thank you.
What's happening? All right. I'm excited because last time you were on, you talked about selling Bibles.
Yes.
And I then drank out of the co-star of the Bible, the devil. And you are located in Oklahoma. And I actually have a tiki mug from Tulsa.
Oh, wow.
But look how baby tiny this mug is.
So dainty.
I don't have a real mug to share, but man, it holds like 6 ounces. I don't know why they made a tiki mug so small, but it's pretty cool because it's a 2-piecer.
Cool.
So tonight, since you're here from Oklahoma, and I couldn't figure out a good rum, and since we're the opening act for tonight's last debate, I figured I'd drink some Liberty Tree rum. So peace, love, liberty, and thrifting. There we go. So cheers. Thank you for being on. My little baby drink. What do you got, Stephanie?
I have some random concoction my husband made in a big storm lager. He used Star of Anise and he used an entire thing, so it's a little on the bitter side, but it'll do.
I drank a cocktail the other night that had, bitters. If you drink cocktails, bitters are usually a little dash. Mm-hmm. The drink I had the other night was 1.5 ounces of bitters. Oh,
no, thank you. No,
yeah. Thank you. Now, Lisa, I'm guessing you're not having a cocktail tonight.
I'm not. I'm having lemonade from Cane's.
All right, there you go. I love it. All right, so tonight, Lisa's not talking about selling Bibles. Lisa has a full-time job. Lisa is an eBay seller. Lisa teaches others how to eBay, and they take fun field trips, which we're going to talk about. And she's got a new grandbaby, so grandmas are busy with their grandbabies. And so how in the world does one person fit all that in? So that's what we're going to be talking about. So, Lisa, hang tight, sit back, relax, enjoy your lemonade, and we'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
All right, Steph, let's get us rocking and rolling here and see what we sold this week. And now it's time for our scores of the week. These are the items that you should be on the lookout for when you're out thrifting.
All right. So these, when I first found them, I was at an estate sale and they were just on the toy table, just kind of placed, and they had stickers on them, and I was like, all right, fine. And I picked it up, and I knew immediately they were the Robin Hood characters, and I knew they were old. And that's really all I need to know at the end of the day, because I live in Florida, and so you tend to find older Disney things here. And so I was trying to figure out some type of stamp, logo, anything for these, and I actually tossed it into the thrifting board, and they were like, oh, those are Revell figures. They're a model toy set. And pop that into eBay, and by golly, these things are selling for, anywhere from $30 to $65. The 65 was a little bit on the high end because they had all the pieces. Mine had the joys of having the crown and the quiver, but was missing some of the other little ones. But got 55 plus shipping, so not too bad.
Heck yeah. What'd you pay for them?
I paid $18.
All right. I love it. Now, of course, when I was prepping everything, and I'm like, this tore up thing is one of your scores.
Well,
it tore up.
Yes. So here's the joy about sewing patterns. And I know you just love hearing more about sewing patterns from me. But here you go. The envelope only matters in a super high-end collectible one. Patterns, as long as the pattern itself is still usable and still in good shape, can sell even with torn up covers like this. Because what you're really looking for is, I don't know if you can scroll down just a little to show the designer name there, Luis Estevez is a very well-known designer from the 50s. He paired with Advance to make this pattern. So that is why this pattern merited $49.95.
Whoa.
Just for one pattern. And it's free shipping, obviously, because it's Etsy and over $35. But I'm pretty sure I got it in a big lot, so I probably paid about $2 for it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. I was home at my house, and I have not the ones that hang on the wall, but I have like their standing up counterparts. I was going to bring them over. So remind me someday. I'll show you the ones I have.
Excellent. All right. So these, I found these. I actually did a video where I show you when I found these. So these are 1950s Lefton kissing fish. Now these are incomplete, actually. They should have little pink and blue bubbles that go with them, but the estate sale didn't have them. I'm assuming they broke at some point or just got lost. But I paid $60 for the pair, and you can actually, the blue one had a very slight starburst crack on the back. Didn't read to the front, fully disclosed it. So the buyers knew, and they paid $189 for those.
Well, I'll give you a standing applause there.
And that's
from my chair.
I was like, if they're complete, they actually do merit close to like $250, $300.
Well done.
Oh, and the cute little pinafore. So this one I actually found at a Buffalo Exchange in Denver.
Nice.
Last Halloween, I think. My friend Francis and I, like, we would always go, and we would always, while we were on contract, we would spend our day off and take just a little bit of time to go to Buffalo Exchange. And this was sitting right there in between the recreation, the coffee shop, and the fact that it was an original 1940s because 25-inch waists. Yeah, I had to pick it up. It was $18 when I paid for it because it was actually on like the 25% off for some reason. Not going to complain. And I sold it for $74.95 plus shipping.
Your scores, and then Lisa's coming up. Mine are kind of the sad ones this week. That's sad. I'm tearing.
Oh.
All right, yeah, give us a big thumbs up. Let's give 40 thumbs up before Lisa even gets back here. Show Lisa some love.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this shirt is not the most exciting. However, it is an Eli Cattleman Big Man 4X.
Yeah.
4X. I picked it up for $5, and it tells you it's Big Man right on the label. Hey, Big Man. 4X, and quick sale. I think it was up like less than a week, so $24.
Nice.
Easy to ship, and it was out of there. Metal Militia, these shirts by themselves weren't all that exciting, so I thought, I'll put them in one big lot. Well, one big lot sold on eBay Australia direct, and I think I took a best offer of $100 Australian, so about $70. So that was way better than selling them all for like $8-9 a piece. One shot, $70, and they're off to Australia. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
All right, what do you think of this I Dream a Genie bottle?
Oh, that is cute.
All right, so it's actually a rum decanter. It says rub for rum.
Yeah.
And they made 100 of these. And I'm standing in a store in LA. This is about 2 years ago. And my wife and I were having a hard time seeing if anyone sold any of these. So I actually threw a picture in for my admins of the thrifting board. Excuse me. And they're like, oh, yeah, we see one sold for like $150 or something. And it was $80 new. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to gamble, but I'm going to wait until I get the right buyer. Well, boom. Look at this, $320. I got 4 times back on my money.
That's awesome.
And as you can see, it's sold directly on eBay Europe. So it's off to, and these aren't even my where in the world yet, but I just been selling a lot of stuff.
You're all over the place this time.
Yeah. So oops, I'm clicking the wrong screen. Yeah, so there's all the stuff in it, and I did open it to take it out, and I said, look, this has never been used, but plus I had to know to make sure that none of this was broke.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't just sell this without opening the box. You got to check the ceramics. So, yeah, so I was very excited that it was off and running, and I don't just sell on eBay and Amazon. I also sell on Mercari. So my Selco moving witch, who's missing her hat, again, missing things, still sold for $50 and got feedback from the buyer today. And you'll kind of see her again in the upcoming shipping segment.
Cool.
And speaking of that, and now it's time for our CD and cassette scores of the week. And as always, we start with flipping cassettes. All right, I sold this right before we went to air last week, and so I knew it'd be this week's. Juvenile is a rapper. I'm assuming you could tell that by the cover.
Yeah. Just a little.
But $16, and I paid $1.99 for it. So nice, easy flip. And I just found this fun little video that I created. I wish I would have had it before I taught my vinyl class 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Come on, how fun was that?
Oh, that's cute.
How fun was that? All right, so I paid $18 for this green vinyl, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, a few years ago. And I had it listed every Christmas, but I was waiting for the right buyer. I had my money tied up too long, but I knew I was going to get that buyer because I wanted around $50. So 48 was close enough.
There you go.
So that's on its way to a very happy camper for this holiday season.
Awesome.
And now we go from flipping cassettes to flipping CDs. All right, I heard this is your favorite band.
Sure.
You know, Mellow Candle with swaddling songs. Now, this wasn't one of my bigger CD sales of the week, but I wanted to show you, you don't have to have an effing clue who the artist is to sell and make money. Because let me tell you, I ain't got no clue who Mellow Candle is.
Nope.
But I think I bought it in a collection. But hey, $20, it's off and running. So
Yeah.
I'm like, even when it's sold, I looked at my screen when my thing sold and I went, what did I just sell? I remember listening. So that's how much I don't know this CD. But hey, $20, I'll take it. All right, so this is a little bit different. It is a CD from Linkin Park, but it's in a book with a little bit of posters and the book and the whole thing. And I happened to find it sealed, and I sold it for $40 on Amazon.
Nice.
So if you would see it, Steph, you wouldn't even know it's a CD. It does say Linkin Park on it, but when it's sealed, it doesn't show you that, hey, there's CDs inside.
So I'm basic. I actually would know that because I'm pretty sure when I was growing up, I owned that. So,
oh, well, okay. You are younger. So yes, they're right.
Yes, I that one I would actually know because that is right in my wheelhouse of angry teenager phase.
There is a music question coming up soon for you, so we'll see how you do.
Oh no.
How about Cher? If I could turn back time.
Oh yeah.
4 versions of the song, $40. That's how much someone loves Cher. This is a promo CD single from the big lot that I bought. I paid 75 cents per CD, $40.
Nice.
$40. So if you're in the thrift stores and you see these promo CD singles, a lot of them are good money. Not always $40,
Yeah.
but they're all at least worth 10. Now, Alan Clark. So again, Steph, I sold this week, and I had no clue who Alan Clark was. So I thought, before I look stupid, I'll look him up. So he was the lead singer of a band called the Hollies. And so I know the Hollies, but I guess I never knew his name. And this was 2 of his solo CDs on one, 2 of his solo albums on one CD for $49. And I paid $5 at the local record store that I go to in LA. And oops. I don't want to forget Stacy's fun little opening.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, wait, hold up. Don't forget about me.
Whoops. Now it's time for Stacy's Budget Bin Scores. Acting. Thank you. All right, Stacy. Now, this is David Foster's Christmas album. I'm sure a lot of people know this album. If it was open and used, I wouldn't even pick it up. It's worth a penny. But Stacy found it for sealed for $2. And sealed always changes the game. So a used one would be a penny. A sealed one sold for $30.
Nice.
So A, check the budget bin, and B, don't be worried. Common albums that are still sealed will bring you some money.
Excellent.
And now it's time for our duds of the week. Do not let our mistakes be yours. This is sexy.
I had such high hopes for this thing. I found it, I think it was one of my binge trips. And I was just like, yeah, this thing is cool. I mean, it looks exactly like what my mom would have made in the 90s. So I was like, great. If tacky Halloween sweaters are in, tacky vests must also be in. No. This was last Halloween. So it sat around for a year. And Actually, no, wait. I think it might have been a year and a half. Might have been longer than that. Anyway, didn't look at when I listed it. I know I've had it too long. I sold it for $8, free shipping, and yeah, I just no. So basically, I paid them to take it, get it out of my house. I don't want it.
Oh, we've all been there. Oh, wait, you have a CD and a dud?
Yeah. Okay. First off, before everyone comes at me in the comments, this is before I knew you. I found this and I was like, this feels weird and like maybe someone would want it. And I pick it up. It's $1. I was like, whatever, it's fine. Yep, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's all kinds of terrible. I need to retake the photos, I'm aware. So, but basically, I still have it. And if you want it, dear God, you can have it.
Yeah, now here's an example of a promo that isn't worth your time.
Correct.
Because there's nothing rare on it. The thing about the share one was it had 4 different mixes other than the norm. And so, and typically those mixes aren't anywhere else. And so if you want that, if you want to get your share on and listen to 4 mixes of that song, that's where you got to come. But this is a little different because they just peeled the songs off of the soundtrack and popped it in there. Doesn't mean it's worthless. It just doesn't mean it's worth anything exciting.
Yeah. It's also, it's not the whole song. I listened to it and I was like,
no, it's just really a sampler. It's like
it's seriously a sampler. And then there's like weird talking and I'm like, what? Why is this here?
All right, so this was my dud last week, and after the show, someone offered me $10, and I happily took it. But I don't know if they watched or it was the craziest coincidence of all time.
Yeah,
because usually when I do the dud that's live, someone will make an offer and then they'll say, "Hey, I just saw it tonight." The person who bought this didn't say a word. So I'm like, could be a weird coincidence, but yay, that's gone. Now, How about this? I am shocked I've never sold this. Look how fun this Montgomery Ward shirt is. Wait till you see the back. Look at that.
You haven't sold that?
No. And I've got it on, it's a large. I've got it on sale for $15 right now. No one wants it.
All right, where are my vintage people at? Go for it.
Look at this.
Yeah, like that's got the little calico flowers. That's cute.
How adorable that is. Come on now. So it's 50% off. So if you want that, on sale, it's $15 right now. Go get it. Tiki Pug Music. That's adorbs.
It is. It is adorable.
So Depop, Poshmark, is that what you guys are telling me? Okay.
Etsy.
Yeah. But look, it's on sale now. So if one of you likes it, go get it, please. Go get it. I'll be happy to sell it to you for $15. And now it's time for Where in the World Did Our Stuff Go? If you are not shipping internationally, you are leaving out 7.3 billion with a B potential customers.
Mine's easy. It's going to London. I think it's sweet because it's a Sybil Connolly of Dublin that's going back to London. Like there's something kind of cute about like going back in the same realm. So for $36.95 plus shipping, and I think I paid $8 for that one, but still not a bad return on a pattern.
No kidding. The offer that shirt, Chris, was like $9, I think, and it's too cute for $9. Way too cute. Okay, this was gonna be. All right, let me ask you a question. Are you a beer drinker? Okay, do you know where Labatt Blue is from?
No, I do not.
Canada. And this was going to be my one before you were on tonight anyway. But the funny thing is, it's from Canada, and it ended up in Vegas, and it's going back to Montreal.
That's excellent.
Yeah. So it wasn't a huge sale. It was 15 plus shipping. Oh, someone just bought a record. I thought someone bought the shirt. But I always I am tickled to death when something goes back home. I just love that to death. So
yeah.
I'm a dork like that.
Oh, same.
Yay, it's going back home. And yay, my co-host last name is Canada. And we're talking. See, it all works out perfectly tonight. And now it's time for You Have Got to Be Shipping Me. What to do and what not to do when it comes to shipping. Okay, I'm intrigued.
All right. So we all know that we have one planet. The planet will be perfectly fine whether or not we are on it. However, it does behoove us to start thinking about ways to reduce our plastic uses because plastic stays around, I don't know, just shy of forever. Just a little soapbox, just a moment. However, I say that because I buy these 100% compostable mailers. They have the double strip, just like you get from eBay. And so you can use it, and then your customer can reuse it, just like when you get the eBay mailers. They withstand water, tearing, just like any other poly mailer you get, but they are 100% compostable after a 6-month time frame. So you only have about 6 months to use them, so you have to plan it out correctly. They are a little bit more expensive per bag in the smaller quantities, but I sized up to, I think I got mine down to about 30 cents per mailer, which is still a little bit much, but to save the planet and to make it livable for the teeny humans, I'm willing to do it. So it's just my little thing called No Issue Mailers. They're awesome.
I love that. And the shirt is going to Riley, our guest from last week.
Yes, Riley.
So there we go. Ta-da! See, dreams do come true on Duds on Thrifty Business. All right. Oops. I saw the Where in the World up there. I'm all discombobulated today. We are
excited about the shirt.
We are on shipping, people. Okay, remember my my moving witch?
Yeah.
So we got her packed in a perfect box, and this is when you use your scrap bubble and packing material to fill the little voids in. And so I closed the box, and I'm like, okay, it's close. I need a little stability. And so I grabbed 2 pool noodles, and as you can see, they were longer than the box. And my first thought was, I just need them on the sides to give it a little. And I was going to cut them. And then I thought, wait a minute, if I just bend them.
Extra stability on 4 sides.
Fits perfectly. Didn't have to cut nothing. So here's pool noodle usage without cutting it at all.
Nice.
Just put it in there. And so when we closed the box, then we could feel it was a lot more solid through the thing. And the customer got it today and great feedback. So perfect timing. He got it today and left me feedback today. So
sweet.
Yes, no kidding. I'm like, anything like that has movable parts. You're like, please make it. Please make it.
Yeah. For me, that's ceramics.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I clicked it. Dang it. And now it's time for the Thrifty Tips of the Week. Little tips and tricks to help you out when you're outsourcing.
Sorry, chatting. What in the world did she?
It's always a fun game. You give your tips and Debbie creates the graphic.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was not prepared for that.
You got her, Debs. You got her.
No, seriously. What was I trying to say? I think it's the middle there. Oh my God, I can't even right now. So, my tip for things like this are going to be, make sure that you're making friends in the community. That's what this is about. There's lots going on here that I don't understand. Anyway, I have people, because I am here in Florida, we're all on a no travel thing, which is what used to be my forte. But the upside of traveling is that now I have all these different people. Like, I have some people in Fort Worth. I have some people in Denver. I have some people in Minnesota. I have people in Australia. And while they are out looking for things for themselves, because they're also thrifters, they're also looking for me, because maybe what they're finding isn't perfect for them, but they know that I would like it and or I would be able to find it in a new home. So I'm constantly getting messages from people about, hey, I found this. Do you want this? It's X dollar. Hey, I found this. So really make friends and don't burn your bridges. That thrift store owner might be able to be your best friend if you get to know them on a human level, as opposed to just, I'm a customer, you're a shop owner. So give it a shot.
Yeah, Brian in the chat found me an awesome clown mask today. He sent me a picture. I said, I'll take it. He had already left, and he was nice enough to go back and snag it for me. So thank you. And although Riley wanted it, I realized Elisa wanted it. For once, I actually brought something good to the table. People are fighting over, hey, that's been in my store for 2 years, you guys. Ray, pay attention to my store. I have cool things. Okay, here I am. I'm going to put you on the spot. What is this a picture of?
The Beatles LP record?
Yeah, which one?
Sgt. Pepper's.
Very good.
Heart? Yeah.
I hope you can read.
Well, the thing is, I knew this. If my uncle is not the uncle that you have heard of, but there's another uncle across country who's huge Beatles fan. He's sitting there, Stephanie, if you don't know this.
So I wanted to share this because we were in a store in Phoenix, my wife and I. It was a cool store. We bought some things. We'll be back to buy some other things, and I won't throw them totally under the bus. Oh, wait. Hold on. The next graphic might be throwing them under the bus. Hold, please.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Let me fix that. It's dawned on me. You see the tag. All right. There we go. So they have racks and racks and racks of T-shirts. Everyone I looked at was a bootleg, and they're new. And so you got to know sometimes when you were looking at something, you've got to know it's a bootleg, because let me show you the rest of that Beatles shirt. Are you ready?
Uh-oh.
Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays. Yeah, that's not a legit Beatles shirt, and it's $9 new.
Nope.
So the tip is, just because something's new in a store doesn't mean it's always legit. I was actually shocked. I leaned over to Stace. I go, well, some of the because they carried a lot of lines of clothing that are legit.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of fake T-shirts.
Oh.
That's a weird combo. That's a weird business model. But if it works and no one's if Beatles or Capitol Record ain't busting down their doors, I guess it works for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that one was I was a little thrown. But people might be like, oh, a Beatles Christmas shirt for $9. I'm going to buy this.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Nope.
And now it's time for our online selling tips of the week. It doesn't matter if you're selling on Etsy, Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, or eBay. These are little tips and tricks to help you when you're selling. All right, here we go.
Yep. So for Etsy, which honestly, I haven't been on Etsy a whole lot recently, so I just kind of let it sit there and do its thing. Occasionally I'll list something on there, and if not, their fees are too high for me to really search out. But if I have something that I think this is perfect on, then I dive into my Etsy. However, I'm keeping it bare bones. I don't auto relist because, to my understanding in the algorithm, a manual relist is still like a fresh listing. So it's going to EQ just a little bit higher. Did I dive in and turn off all those overpriced ads that they charge you an arm and a leg for? Absolutely I did, because that's ridiculous. So, and as you can see, I'm still selling on Etsy. So just because you're not paying those higher prices for all those, Etsy doesn't get to take the extra 20, 30% off my, whatever it is, off of my sales. I get to keep that because somebody found me through using my tags, description, and title, and photos correctly.
Well done.
Soapbox done.
And I'll step down now. All right, let's check out this Tiki mug. This Tiki mug's actually from a place not too far from Lisa. It's from Kansas City, Missouri. And I sold it 3 weeks ago. You want to see what I sold it for?
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da. So I'm about to show you something else, obviously.
Oh, no.
This is going on a lot, and I don't understand it. I don't understand the amount of online sellers, especially eBay, that take zero time to look at solds. Zero time. Okay, so the bar closed because of COVID. They might not reopen. So this mug used to give me around $100. I'm like, all right, I don't think it's coming back. Let me see if I can get 200. Sold in like 3 days. Now look at the people who sold theirs after me. So they would have mine to look at for reference.
Yeah.
92, 85, 80, and 162. Okay, 162 got close. Why in the world would you sell it for less than half what I sold it for 2 weeks before?
I got nothing for that. Holy cow.
Today, I bought 7 Tiki mugs of the same mug on eBay. And the seller happened to be here in Vegas, and they're DoorDash. And they're like, do you mind if I drop it off? I actually DoorDash in your neighborhood. I go, that's cool. I paid $90 for 7 mugs. The average sale price of this mug is $50.
Wow.
So although this was prepped, I just did it again today. Please research solds. If you have an eBay store, you have Terapeak, which is 365 days of solds. And if you're selling collectibles, you should have a WorthPoint subscription. And then you can see 15 years of solds. I don't understand why. Look how many people, 3 of them left half the money on the table.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Half. And I see it all day long. Somebody was talking about it in the Secret Beach. And I said, no way. That's my topic this week on the show, because I don't understand. If you don't know how to look at souls and do how to research, please raise your hand, and Mom and I will do that on Sunday. Don't be shy, but don't be these sellers. That's stupid. Now look, 162 to 200 is pretty close.
Yeah.
But all the ones that sold for under 100, I should have bought some of those.
Right? Because you're going to double your money anyway because they didn't bother.
It's crazy. It's crazy the lack of effort people are putting into this to their own business.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a little bit housekeeping here first.
Sweet.
Hey, whose channel is this?
That's me. And my new banner. It looks so good on your screen.
I like it. So if you've not checked out Stephanie's videos yet, they are great. She mainly talks about selling her patterns, which you might not give a crap about patterns, but Stephanie is so entertaining. That's why she's on the show more than once. It's fun to watch them. Even if it's not something you're into, it's very fun to watch you because you are entertaining and you actually put effort into making videos with sound and music and little special effects. And some people are just very boring. You're not one of them. So please go give her a subscribe and watch some videos.
I do like to do thrifting things on occasion too. It's just not as often, details.
And what's this?
This is some truly gorgeous rayon blend fabric that I have lounging, waiting at my house for someone to buy it. It's this beautiful huts on the water. It's got a great drape. I've got over 3 yards of it, and it's just waiting for a new home. And you can see in the second picture, I know that you get antsy about hands, but it's actually it's almost standard in fabric to use your hand as a reference, just in the corner so people get an idea of how big the print is. And so it's gigantic, and I think it would make a lovely addition to anyone's wardrobe when you take the time and do it up, or send it to a seamstress and have her do it up.
They say you should care about patterns if you care about making money. There you go.
She is correct.
If you have a rare item, do you recommend an auction on eBay still? Very rare times anymore. Yeah. Like, it's got to be rare that people are going to fight for it. Like, that mug is good, but look, 2 of those were auctions. One got to 162 and one only got to like 90. And so they weren't auctioning them at the week that the right people were looking. So yeah, that's what you got to worry about.
Yeah.
All right. So real quick, my housekeeping now.
Great.
I can't even do that with that. Secret Beachcombers, if you missed it, and we didn't have a huge live audience because we did a daytime one, our resident expert Ginny taught us about Santa Clauses that aren't Santa Claus. Like, most people might see this and think, oh, that's Santa Claus. No, it isn't, because around the world there are different things than Santa Claus. So it's a great show. So definitely check that out when you get a sec. And then Mom and I are doing Sell Similar this weekend. We found out that some of you have never used Sell Similar. It is a great time-saving tool, but there are pitfalls. If you do a Sell Similar off a person who sucks at this, you're kind of stuck with what they've done. So you got to make sure you do good ones. So Mom's actually going to do a live Sell Similar, and so am I. So please tune in for that on Sunday. Selling past their expiration date. Being thrifty over 50, 7 o'clock East Coast, 4 o'clock West Coast. Now, this month's board meeting, which we have a like demographic panel, is next week, co-hosted by Nadine, who is a breast cancer survivor, and our entire panel is breast cancer survivor. We have all women right now, which is the majority, but men can have it too. And if you happen to be a man, would love to be part of the show, we'd love to have you on. We're going to hear everyone's journey, obviously dealing with their cancer, but also their online selling. And so how do you deal with it when you're sick and when you're going through treatment, all this other good stuff. And it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we want to make sure, coming from us at Thrifty Business, that if you haven't been checked yet, we're going to talk about that next week. Now, I usually don't promote 2 weeks in a row, and I promise we're going to get Lisa on here in 2 seconds. Oh, real quick. Secret Beachcombers, don't forget cocktail costume party next Friday. Your costumes do not have to be elaborate, but they can't be a middle-aged eBay seller, okay? You got to put a smidge of effort. Just a smidge. All right, but in 2 weeks, we're going to do a silly show. So it's going to be the Thursday after the election. And I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, it's going to be an exhausting, emotional week. So instead of having a regular show with segments and stuff, I've gathered some of my silliest friends. Stephanie's one of them. We might see some Lynn Mass. You never know. And we're going to just have some shenanigans. So we're going to be asking questions and have you guys answer questions like, okay, of this panel of 10 people, how many have taken an item out of someone else's cart? Mm-hmm. So fun shenanigans, stuff like that. So we're going to do a silly show. It's not going to be much of anything serious. Every guest is going to bring a couple scores. So there will be a little bit of learning. But if you want to unwind 2 days after the election and just be like, okay, I want to see people being ridiculous right now, that's what we're doing. I figured the country will need it. And this is not political at all. Don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Everyone tune in and let's laugh for an hour. Let's just joke around. Let's be the most ridiculous we can be. And we're going to have a good time. Exactly. Exactly. You never know. I might be in some costumes. Stacy might be in some costumes. Atocha might make an appearance. You never know.
Yes.
Yay. All right. So mark your calendars. All right. Let's get our guest in here.
Sweet.
And now it's time for the Thrifty Business special guest of the week. Lisa, what's happening?
Hanging out.
What's going on? Let's make you big. We don't need to be big. We've been on the show the whole time. All right. So as I said at the top of the show, Lisa was on a little over a year ago, and we talked Bibles. And it's not something that most people even think about when they go into a thrift store. But most thrift stores, at least the ones here, have a Bible section. Mm-hmm. So you go to the books, and it's like, here's your Bibles. And so Lisa talked about the ones, that you should be looking for. So if you did not watch that episode after we're done tonight or tomorrow or this weekend, go into my YouTube and just type in Bible and you will find that show. So you didn't send us any Bible scores. Have you saw anything good in the Bible area recently?
Not great.
Okay.
Consistent and 3 to 4 to 5 a week, but nothing out of this world.
And
a lot of Bibles are free in thrift stores. So just
not here, but I'll ask them.
No.
I go, hey, Lisa told me these should be free. Let's see if they
We heard that these are free now.
Lisa tells us they should be free.
maybe that's just in the Bible Belt. I don't know.
Maybe.
No, Craig, I didn't steal your question. I was using it as an example because you said this is what we should do. And I said, you're right. So no, that was just an example. You had a good example. So thank you, Craig. All right, but we're not talking Bibles tonight. So Lisa, I don't have enough hours in my day. And going through your resume, are your days longer than our days?
Normally I start at 5:30 and I go to bed at 9 to 10. Today I got up at 4. So yeah, I don't sleep a lot.
I'll say I get up at like 6:30, but we don't go to bed till after midnight. So I get it. I mean, I totally get it. But so you have a full-time job, yeah?
I do, yes.
And is that 40 hours a week full-time?
35 hours a week.
Okay.
And we commute 30 minutes each way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's not bad.
And then how many platforms are you currently selling on?
I sell on 4. So
right.
Macari, Poshmark, and eBay, and Facebook.
And is someone trying to break into the room you're in right now?
Right?
Yes, someone just did.
Get out of this room!
Are you okay?
Well, hello.
Who is that?
How are you?
Good, who are you?
I'm Jason. Who are you?
I'm Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy.
Chrissy is teaching phlebotomy.
Oh, well, can you take the camera into there? That should be fun.
Yeah.
Now we need some volunteers.
All right, I'll be right there.
Right. If anyone's squeamish, look away now.
That was a first. That was. Oh, so I guess Bibles are free in Amish country in Pennsylvania. All right. Well, apparently Vegas is the place they're not free. So.
And Orlando.
Oh, and Angelique wants that flamingo shirt she was just wearing. So you're on 4 platforms. You got a full-time job. How do you fit teaching classes to other people how to sell online?
So I teach from 6 to 9 on Monday nights here where I'm at now. And it's also where I work, and my husband works here. So I've been teaching here for 7 years, and I've only been working here a little less than 1 year.
Okay, so you don't even have to leave to teach your classes.
I do not.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That makes it convenient.
It does. Yes. He's teaching screen printing tonight. So we're both here tonight, and it works really well.
Wait. So there's phlebotomy going on, screen printing, eBay. Like, what is this magical building that just has everything?
And firefighter 1 is right next door. So there's firefighters.
Here's how you change oil down this.
Right.
Yes, actually. This is, it's called Mid-America Technology Center. And we have technology-based classes, careers, that kind of thing.
Phlebotomy is a cool band name. There we go. We're the phlebotomists. Where is Lisa? Lisa is in Oklahoma. Oh, Ginny's in Oklahoma. Where are you at in Oklahoma?
Right now I'm in Wayne. So we're right off I-35. That's not where I live, but that's where we work.
I live on I-35.
Yeah.
Right. It's cozy.
Yeah.
Only a little bit of traffic.
Yeah.
So what made you say, hey, I want to teach a class? Because I teach classes too. Lately online, because that's pretty much what all I can do. But I used to, when I could travel, teach them in person. So what made you want? I know why I do them. What made you want to do them?
One of my friends was telling me that she had taken this class, and I thought, oh my goodness, I've been teaching at that point. I had been selling on eBay for 13 years. I thought, oh my goodness, I love to teach. I should teach eBay. And so I came to the technology center and just made my pitch, and he hired me on the spot, and I started teaching just a couple of weeks later. And then this summer, we really couldn't do in person. We closed for quite a while. And then, so we added Zoom, and I started teaching by Zoom. And then this fall, we gave the option of in person or Zoom. And some of my people come in person and some Zoom. But we added this e-commerce class where we went through all the different e-commerce platforms, the major ones.
Nice.
And then we added Poshmark, and we added a Macari class. So it's so much fun. I love it so very much.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So pre-COVID, what would be the normal attendees on a Monday night class?
The normal attendees would be 3 to 5.
Okay.
And now I'm up to 8 to 10.
Very cool.
By adding Zoom. Yeah.
Do you have just is it noticeably one age range, or do you have the whole run?
Yeah, it is. It's noticeably one age range.
Okay.
So
8 to 9-year-olds.
Yes. Get them started young.
At a 0. So I'm serious. My oldest has
I
been,
think Jason almost just spit out his drink.
Oh, I sure did.
my oldest was 93. She could not see them. Her feedback on eBay was -1. Her nephew decided he was going to help her, and they sold something of quite a bit of value for just a little bit of money. And so they refused to ship it. And so the person gave them a negative feedback. She was a challenge. So we got this gargantuan screen and put it in this teacher's classroom, and she had to live with it for 6 weeks, and she was not happy. So it's just, most of my people are very old and need their hands held.
Okay.
So there's been people before that have said, oh, there are so many YouTube videos. There is no reason for you to be teaching eBay. Well, I teach the elderly that want their hands held, and I do a really good job holding their hand. And I mean, they're not all old. I mean, please don't. I mean,
no,
93, but they're older than those that are generally more comfortable with YouTube.
Yeah, and that's a nice way of of allowing access to something that might be overwhelming for someone. Yes. If my dad were going to sell on eBay, there's no way that he could do it based on a couple YouTube videos and some ingenuity. He would need repetition, very patient teacher to be there with him. Mm-hmm. So I think it's great that that's what you're providing people, because you're allowing people access to a platform that maybe they wouldn't have had access to, and give them a little bit of, maybe not super financial freedom, but the stipend only goes so far, friends. So allowing them a little bit of breathing room.
That's right. And also it's kind of a gift to their children. I use this cartoon, and I'm sure you've all seen it. It's a garage door that's opened, and it's stuffed to the gills. And the older gentleman says to his son, just think one day this will all be yours.
Yeah.
And most people my age and younger don't really want all that stuff from their parents. And so the parents are starting to understand that, and they're wanting to get rid of stuff for their children as a gift to their children.
That's nice.
Yeah, Marisa teaches too. She said she has a prerequisite. You have to have purchased online and can use email. So my question to you is, do you have a picture of my mother and say this is the benchmark? Because you said, because she's 78, and my mom and dad kill it on eBay. Ginny said she's just about to turn 70, so it absolutely can be done. And so anyone who says no, I can't, or I'm too old, no way.
No.
When I teach a class and someone tries to give me that hogwash and they're way younger than my mother, I show my mom and dad. I go, look, my mom's mode of transportation when she was 16 years old was a horse, and we didn't grow up in the 1800s. Yeah. Some of her friends had cars. My mom had to ride her horse to town into her friend's house. All right.
Oh my gosh.
We were country.
So my mom is 75, and she sold until just about 2 years ago. And this summer she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So she's not able to sell anymore. But I would bring her into my classes, and she would tell her eBay stories. And she was the same age as they were, my students. And so it was really motivating.
Yeah, that's really great.
Like, if she can do it, I can do it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's awesome. All right. So we also wanted to talk about, I got to grab a picture. Steph, the floor is yours for a quick second.
Sure.
There we go.
So what do you think
realize.
For them and for you, what's your favorite aspect of teaching?
I love being able to help people accomplish what they want to accomplish. So everybody has different reasons why they want to sell on eBay. Some people want to just make money. Some people want to clear out their houses. Some people just need a hobby. They just need something to do to fill up their day.
Yeah.
And so it's really wonderful to be able to help people.
That's awesome.
I do a list of everyone's usernames so that we can all watch each other. So I have, a pretty long list that I watch, and it's so nice to see people being successful, and they're able to be their own boss if that's what they want to be.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm now going through my head wondering if I'm like, have I bought fabric from Oklahoma recently? And I'm like, because somebody in your class is selling fabric for cheap. So I'm just like, who's got it? I want it. Thank you. Because I make all that stuff. So
we went on this field trip, and one of the places we went was an estate sale. And this lady comes to me, and this is a learning activity. And she comes to me and she has this fabric, and I'm like, where did you get that? I would have so bought it. And she got it herself, and she was going to sell it, and it was beautiful. And I was so happy for her.
That's good.
So field trips to estate sales and field trips to Ferris wheels. That's a field trip right there. I got to tell you.
So much fun. And it was really foggy, and I didn't even know if we were going to be able to, if they would even open. It was just so beautiful and so wonderful. And then by the time we got there and kind of got on the wheel, it had lifted pretty much. But you can see there's like a Devon Tower, a huge skyscraper, and you can't see it because it's obscured by the fog.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So why did you take a field trip to said Ferris wheel?
Because the Ferris wheel was bought on eBay.
Yay!
2008. So Santa Monica, California, wanted to get rid of their Ferris wheel, and they listed it on eBay. And someone in Oklahoma City, because we were doing this MAPS project and revitalizing Oklahoma City, purchased it. Well, when they purchased it, you purchased the wheel. You did not purchase the base. So you had to buy the base separate.
Oh.
What a story. Oh. And so they paid just under $150,000 for the wheel. And then they had to spend that much on the base. And was that free shipping? No. The total project came to $1.2 million because they had to ship it to Kansas for a refurbish. So they painted it and took the lights out and put LED lights in it. And so it was mothballed for a couple of years. And so it was purchased in 2008 and went vertical in 2016.
Holy cow.
So was the base in the photo because did they file an NIAD?
No, it was very clear in the information. That's a really good question, Marissa.
It is though, because
And I wanted to say something about Marissa's comment because when I first started teaching, we didn't have any prerequisites. And I have taught lots of things like beginning computers and Excel and Word and all that kind of stuff. And so I said to the person in charge, I can teach eBay and I can teach basic computers, but I can't teach them both at the same time. So we had to put prerequisites too, like online banking. That's what we did. I really like your purchasing something online. I like that prerequisite, and the ability to use email. So it got a lot better after we started putting a little bit more stringent prerequisites in for my class.
Well, I'm always shocked when I teach a class, and the reason I teach, same reason as you, I like to help people, but I teach, it's my drug when I'm teaching in person, and I don't get the same joy as online, although I still love teaching. When I see the light bulb go off in their head, all I got to see is one in a class. When I do my 2-day class, the second day's a classroom is about 4 hours, usually have upwards of like 50 people. If I see one light bulb go off where I see one person go, that's where I'm like, that's my drug. That's my high, because I'm like, yes, I actually physically saw the person get it. That's cool as hell. Yeah. But what I'm shocked about is when we talk about selling all these different platforms, and I ask people, have you bought a Macari? I know you sell Macari. Have you bought? Nope. Okay, then how do you know what the customer sees in terms of making an offer and accepting the offer and then getting the email that they want? Like, you need to know all these things. So, like, I just bought a great shirt on Poshmark. I haven't done enough on Poshmark. I need to get more on there. But I saw a great shirt. I'm like, let me buy it. Let me see the process again. I bought before, but it's been a long time. And it came in so nice and wrapped and pretty and paper and the whole works. And so I'm like, all right, I'm refreshed. And now it's time to list more on Poshmark. So everyone listening tonight or listens later, if you're selling on a platform you have never bought on, go buy something. Go buy something so you know how the flow works. So when your customer goes, I'm stuck here, you know where they're stuck.
Yeah, that's what I tell my students all the time. They're like, where do I buy my scale? Where do I buy? And I say, if you're going to sell on a platform, you have got to support that platform. You need to be buying on that platform.
Heather said the funniest thing I've ever seen in chat. Jason should have been a grade school teacher. Jason doesn't like children, so that would have not been gone over too well.
I like adults.
I do love teaching, and I'll teach younger. I just hired a 15-year-old, so I'm teaching her how to do things. But yeah, grade school, no. Thanks, Deb. Thanks, Deb. I wasn't that harsh. I just said I didn't like kids. I don't think I went as harsh as I hate kids. Jason would be in jail. How do I go that far? All right, everybody, relax. The silly show's in 2 weeks. Relax.
Are you sure?
Now, okay, look. So we've talked about full-time job, teaching. You sell on 4 platforms. You take field trips.
Oh,
What's this bundle of joy?
He's a sweetie boy. His name is Reed.
Oh,
that was when he was probably about 4 or 5 weeks old.
Oh my gosh.
And Reed's your grandbaby?
He is my grandbaby.
Or your baby?
He's my grandbaby. I love him very much.
First only? Do you have other grandbabies?
He's number 4.
Oh, wow.
And I love the others too. But he's just kind of special. We get him every Sunday. So we get to hang out with him and love him and take him to church. And
then give him back.
And then give him back. Yes. And that's him now.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. Oh,
wow.
Just turned 1 and he is so precious.
So cute.
He's a little bitty guy. So he just outgrew 6-month clothes and he just turned 1. So he's little bitty, little tiny.
Say my kid was in 6-month clothes at 4 months old. So she was the other direction.
Yeah.
Now, are all your grandkids near you?
They, yes, they are.
Okay.
So I'm going to have all of them on Saturday.
So now when you hear all this, everybody, when I said, how are enough hours in the day? 4 grandkids, a job, teaching, field trips, selling. Do you have, okay, let's pretend it isn't COVID time. Do you ever have time to like go to the movies?
We do sometimes. We have a local movie in the town we live in.
Okay.
And it just reopened this week after being closed over 6 months. So we're pretty excited.
Ginny says they're having, Lisa, are you coming to our Oklahoma City meetup on December 5th at Cattleman's? Some of us are going to the bins, then lunch.
Oh, fun. I don't know.
So that could be a fun field trip.
There you go.
Okay, did you actually send in your own Where in the World?
I did. Was I not supposed to?
Wow.
Quite all right. I'm like, what? This is awesome.
That's awesome.
I just got feedback this week, and they were thrilled to death with these.
But here's the kicker. You got to pronounce that city.
I don't know. It's Poland. Poland.
So it feels like it's written backwards to me. So anyone Polish in the chat who can give it to us phonetically, please? Sosnowiec.
Sosnowiec.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's
Maybe.
pretty good. We'll go with that. So is this just loose games, not even cases?
No cases at all. It was in one of those. I bought a case, one of the zipper things with CDs in it. And there were 4 sim games in that. And they were just loose. Hey, can I answer her question?
Sure. Oh, how many items? Question?
Yeah. So my goal is always 5 a day. And so what I do, my husband likes to watch TV and I don't really, and we watch one Star Trek every single night.
You don't like to watch TV?
No, I really don't. And I sure don't like Star Trek. I mean, it's just not my thing. It's fine if it's your thing. And so I do my drafts while he is watching his TV stuff. And then I get up the next morning at 5:30, which is 2 hours before I have to leave for work. And then I'm able to take photos and get those listed. So that's kind of my flow. It's how I have my day structured. So I start the day with eBay and go to bed at night
With eBay.
I like it.
Sounds like me.
Oh, and then we usually carpool because we work at the same place.
Mhm.
So while he's driving to work, I am cross-posting on my cell phone onto Poshmark and onto Macari.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that it took us forever to figure this out. But when Stacey and I travel pre-COVID, she usually drives about half the time. And then I'm like, duh, why don't I bring my laptop? I'll drive to LA and we've got a power converter in my truck so I can plug in the laptop. And I'm like, duh, I'll list the majority of the music by the time we get home. It's a 4-hour drive back. I'm like, why did it take me years to figure that out? I'm like, so she's driving. I'm just listing like a madman. We get home. I got like 50 listings done. I'm like, sweet.
Yes, I do that on Saturdays when we go and we do estate sales and garage sales. So I'll buy it and then I will go into the car and do my drafts. And once in a while, I'll even list in the car. Oh,
all right. So we'll start with your duds. We'll finish with your scores, and then everyone can go off into the night.
So sad. So I bought these. My grandchildren loved them for 4th of July, like 3 years ago. So I decided to buy a whole bunch of them because they loved them so much. And so I took out what I needed for them. And then here's the rest of them. And they haven't sold in forever. They're so old, but they're wonderful. And we used them again this year for 4th of July. Very sad.
Sad. And this is adorbs.
I know. And it won't sell.
Oh,
I know. It's just the cutest little thing.
All right, Riley. There you go.
There you go.
Sorry, missed the hippie shirt. Riley, I am going to find you a shirt since I thought you won. You missed out. I will find you a cool shirt, Riley. So it could be this if you want this.
that might even be a little small for her, though. Although I don't know. I could be wrong.
It's a 12-month, and I thought it would be perfect for Halloween, but no go.
All right. So let's finish like we do with scores. We'll finish on a high note. Okay. What?
I know. It's amazing.
What? Yeah, that says $228.26 with 12 bids.
Yeah, I went ahead and did an auction for it because they were a little bit all over the board.
Yeah.
And I really, really, really loved it. I don't fall in love with very many things that I buy. I was in an estate sale and it was a really swanky estate sale. And this woman, it was Sunday afternoon, kind of late. And so this woman was just trying to clear some stuff out. And I was looking at it and she said, what do you think? And I said, I really like it. I said, why is it $100? And she said, well, because it's a whatever that is. And I had never heard of that brand. I even asked my mom about it, and she's like, I never wore that brand either. And so we ended up making a deal on 2 of these. So there's a white one just like it.
Wow.
And a black something that wasn't the same brand. And we did all 3 of them for $100.
Nice. Yeah, no, I've never seen that brand, but I'm going to remember it now.
Yeah. Just the pom-poms are kind of the telltale sign.
The Eagle Eye chat realized you misspelled bagosh.
Oh, no.
You got babosh. So
Oh, maybe that's why.
yeah.
Whoa.
So there you go. And thank you, chat. I didn't notice that either. So the chat was on it quick. They're like,
Oh,
misspelled. Okay, look at this opening photo. I'm like, what is this that sold for $200? And this is the photo, but it's new in box. I get it. It's a griddle.
Box. I paid $100 for it. So, you know,
Pampered Chef.
yeah.
Yep.
But I was pretty happy with it.
And where'd you find it?
On Facebook. One of my friends on Facebook sells Pampered Chef, and she was just trying to clear out some of her inventory.
Nice.
And so this is not the first time I've bought from her.
I have the old version of that. So I recognize that. I was like, wait, that looks like a Pampered Chef right there. And he scrolls up. I'm like, yep. That's familiar.
Oh, hey, look at this with the pom-poms.
Yeah, see, I like the white one better, and I thought it was like more bridal looking, and I thought it would do better than the pink one, but I was very, very wrong. But I was still very, very happy.
Yeah, that's really good.
All right, so we had old pinwire sets, a griddle, and then we end with this.
Oh,
What?
The variety is awesome. The variety is awesome.
so my son-in-law went to something, I don't even have a clue what it was, and he did a $5 raffle, and he won this. And so he brought it over, and he said, hey, this is not really my thing. Would you sell it for me? And so I always sell for my kids. I sell a whole lot of stuff for my kids. And it did better than either one of us thought it would.
So that's a heck of a good return on $5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
even know what it is. So
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah. So someone's like, what is it? Like, yeah, attachments included for gun and crossbow.
Yeah. I'm sure if my husband was here, he would give us a whole lesson, but he's at work tonight.
Well-
I think it's a camera. So if you want to record your kills, it's got a mic and a camera, and it fits right on your thing. So
Tacticam. Yeah, that would make sense.
the
there
guy
we
who
go.
bought it was incredibly happy with it. Very, very, very happy.
Yeah,
There you
it's like a GoPro for hunters. I'm not a hunter. I didn't even know such a thing existed.
Yeah.
But there you go. But that's a good proof of, you know, I love selling music and tiki mugs, and Stephanie loves selling patterns. But if you get outside your comfort zone, you can sell 9 for $200. After you sold it, you're like, what did I sell?
Yeah.
What is that?
So my favorite things are Bibles, boots, and blue jeans. Those are my 3 favorite things, but I sell a whole lot of other stuff besides just those 3 things.
I like that. All right, give Lisa a thumbs up, please. And if not, Lisa, you don't have to give me one. I don't care. But give Stephanie a thumbs up. And then if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Click the bell. Let you know we're going live. I'll see you back here on Sunday with my mom. We're going to go over very slowly, sell similar, and then back here a week, we're going to talk to breast cancer survivors, hear their story, and we want to encourage everyone to get tested. We'll talk about that obviously more in depth next week. And then 2 weeks, right after the election, we're going to have the silliest show I've ever had, and we're just going to have fun and shenanigans. We can all let our hair down and just relax and giggle, and that's going to be the whole point of that show. So please tell your friends, especially next week. Tell your friends if they've been through breast cancer, if they're going through breast cancer, or if you got that friend that like, I don't need to get checked, please have them watch next week, because it'll definitely be eye-opening for everybody. So Lisa, thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
when we can travel, I will definitely see you in Oklahoma. I'm coming.
Come to
Same
the
for you, Steph. Actually, Steph, I'm going to see you soon. Did I tell you yet? Did I tell you I'm coming to see you?
In January?
Yes. Okay, cool. So I'll see you very soon. All right. Yes. I'm like, did I tell you? I couldn't remember. All right. Everyone else, have a wonderful night. Enjoy the debate. Enjoy the crappy football game. And we'll see you on Sunday. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye.